Hi everyone, I am Dinesh Kumar, belongs to BCA department from Dr. N.G.P Arts and Science College. In this video, we are going to see about JavaScript. What is JavaScript? JavaScript framework, application of JavaScript, JavaScript development tools. What is JavaScript? JavaScript is a dynamic computer programming language. It is also interpreted programming language with an object-oriented concept. It is designed for creating network applications. According to the ECMA specification, it defines the standard version of core JavaScript language. JavaScript is a lightweight interpreted programming language designed for creating network application. It is also integrated with Java. It is also integrated with HTML. It is open and cross-platform. Let's be consider as a simple program. I have told you JavaScript is integrated with the HTML. It consists of HTML tag and body of the content. For example, we consider as a scripting language. This is a JavaScript. And what is the type of the text which belongs to the JavaScript? In the JavaScript, it is used to write a document. For example, we are considering as a allowable, and we have to close the scripting language, and we have to close the body content, and also we have to close the HTML. This is why the JavaScript is based upon the HTML tag. And what are the frameworks which has been present in the JavaScript? There are many useful JavaScript framework and libraries which is available in the JavaScript. First one is the Angular. Angular is the most important JavaScript framework which has been used in the server side and both client side. And next one is the React. React is one of the framework which has been supporting as the supporting on the server side. And next one is the jQuery. It is supports on the client side JavaScript. This has been supporting on the client side JavaScript. And fourth one is the extension.js. This is one of the libraries which has been present in the JavaScript. And fifth one is the node.js. It is used for the extension purpose in order to execute the libraries which has been used for the JavaScript. Now, sixth one is the Polymer. It is also one of the libraries which has been present in the JavaScript. And last one is the Backbone. Backbone is one of the libraries which is used for the execution of your program both on the server side and also client side. But we can't use all the libraries and also the framework in our both server side and also client side. What are the applications which has been present in the JavaScript programming? JavaScript is one of the most widely programming language front-end as well as back-end. First one is the client-side validation. In order to verify any user input before submitting to the server or clients the client side or the server side, maybe we have to validate the important roles of the JavaScript. The client side validation is the most important validation that has been used in the server side. And next one is the manipulating HTML pages. In order to manipulate HTML pages for both adding and deleting any HTML tag very easily using JavaScript, or in order to modify your HTML in order to change around the different devices or the requirements. And next one is the user notification. In order to, as I have told you, JavaScript is one of the dynamic programming language in order to use different types of notification to your website purpose. And next one is the backend data loading. JavaScript provide Ajax libraries which helps in loading backend data while we are doing some user verification purpose or user notification purpose or some other processing which has been done on the client side or the server side. This is the most experience which has been done in the visitors website also. Then next one is the presentation. JavaScript also provides the facilities of creating presentation which gives website looks and also feel of the website. JavaScript provides reveal JS which has been using as a liabilities in order to build a web-based slide presentation. And next one is the server application. Node.js is one of the Chrome JavaScript runtime for building fast and scalable network application. It is also used as a event-based liabilities which helps in developing server application including the web servers. And what are the advantages of JavaScript? There is three advantages of JavaScript. First one is the less server interaction. You can validate user input before sending the page to the server. In order to serve the server traffic, the less server interaction has been used on the server side. Next one is the increased interactivity. You can create interface between the mouse or the keyboard. For example, the user maybe interact with the server or some other server which has been depends upon the countries or cities, or even maybe we can consider as a little villages also. That also we can consider as a small villages also. Then next one is the richer interface. JavaScript is include the item as drag and drop component which has been used as a rich interface to your site visitors. This is maybe considered as an interface between the server and the client. And next one is the what are the limitations that has been used in the JavaScript. We cannot treat JavaScript as a full-fledged programming language. See, the thing is, we can't consider as a full-fledged programming language. Client-side JavaScript does not allow the reading or writing of file. This can be kept for security purpose. For example, we can't read a file because there is a many security purpose. We have to use it as a client-side JavaScript. JavaScript cannot be used for networking application because it can't support available present on the website. This is the main limitation that has been used in the JavaScript. And next one is the JavaScript development tools. The day by day we are using as a more expensive development tools that has been using in our programming language. In order to reduce the expensive, one of the most important text editors that has been used in the JavaScript is Notepad. Notepad is the less expensive development tools. And first one is the Microsoft FrontPage. Microsoft FrontPage has developed a HTML editor called FrontPage. FrontPage also provides web developers with a number of JavaScript tools to assist with the creation of the interactive web pages. The next one is the Macromedia Dreamweaver MX. It is one of the most popular HTML and JavaScript editor in the professional web development crowd. And next one is the Macromedia Homesite 5. The Homesite 5 is the well-liked HTML and JavaScript editor from Macromedia that can be used to manage personal website effectively. These are the development tools that has been used in the JavaScript. And next one is the client-side JavaScript. This client-side JavaScript is the most common form of the language. This should be included in or referenced by the HTML document for the code to be interpreted by the browser. It also used as an interaction between the server and client. It is one of the web page need not be a static because JavaScript one of the dynamic programming language. HTML can include programs that interact with the user control. The browser dynamic created the HTML content. This is the client-side JavaScript. This is most important one which has been using as the development tools. It can include the HTML documents for the code and also interpreted by the browsers. It can be used. It cannot be used as a static because JavaScript is one of the dynamic programming language. It creates the control to the browsers both server side and also client side. Thank you.